Hey guys, Marstaken here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so yeah, I'm still alive after my 24-hour World Tournament live stream. Shout out to everybody that came out during that time, all the guys that hung out with me in the VC, keeping me going, and all the new subs. We hit our 14k by the end of 2021 goal. And yeah, it was interesting to say the least, but I'm at least awake now, sort of with it. So we're going to jump in and take a look at the awakening for the AGL Hit that obviously came out when the World Tournament started. I did have him all ready to go. I never actually put orbs into him, so once we saw what he did, that's obviously a good way to know how to build the hidden potential. I do this with a lot of units when they don't have an awakening yet, and I don't feel like I'm going to use them. I just don't do their abilities until I know what their awakening is. So you can see I've given Hit a little bit more additional. Basically, he infinitely stacks attack on super attack, does supreme damage. He has a medium chance to stun. So he's an infinite attack stacking unit. So it's kind of interesting. His stats are reasonably good though, because obviously he doesn't raise defense, but he has 100% attack and defense at the start of the turn. Then he gets an additional attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack. So his defense, I'll be interested to see what exactly it's going to get up to. And then he has various slot related abilities. So if you put him in slot 1, you get 60% attack and a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy. So obviously on an infinite stacking unit, once you get like longer into an event, it'd be interesting to see just how high he can actually get to in slot 1. But the problem is he does get 100% extra defense after attacking. So it feels like he's not really designed to be in slot 1 normally, because if you put him in slot 2 or 3, he gives the attacked enemy minus 20 attack for 2 turns, plus 20%, medium chance to stun. So, sorry, medium chance to dodge. So he has built-in dodge chance, and he's already like boosted his defense as well. So he really does seem like he's ideal for slot 2 or 3. Now, obviously, because he's a free-to-play card, like he's obviously not as good as the tech hit, for example. So if you were running him on a team like this, where running the double tech leads, you could still use this guy. He'd be quite good as a 3rd slot floating unit, because he's obviously going to have raised his defense and then have that chance to dodge in slot 3. So he could be pretty good. But because we want to showcase him in the video, we are going to use him on main rotation. So if we just have him in slot 1, so this is the problem. Before supering, even with the support from Kabe here, he has 84k defense, which is obviously very low. Upon super attacking, it's going to go up to, what, 168? So basically 170, which is not terrible, but it's not super, super good. Now, obviously, he will get the extra 60% attack. Let's just see what happens. Let's see how much damage he actually takes here. But he's going to get that 60% extra buff. So, be interested to see what his first turn attack stat here is with that buff. At least we didn't get supered. So, wow, 2.1 million straight away. That's actually not bad. As a free-to-play unit that's going to stack, I kind of assumed it would start off like a fair bit lower than that. So that's actually not too bad at all. So I bought a double hit leads team. We bought a bunch of support units. I've got the God Goku and Hit that we're going to float off in slot 3, because obviously if we get them together, they're going to share that nice link set, because obviously Hit, they basically have the identical link set, except the LR has legendary power. The only difference, of course, with the AGL Hit is that he's a Shattering the Limit unit instead of Fierce Battle. So that is one extra link that they are unfortunately not going to share. And then we'll just use these guys as the other rotation. Just have Kefla and one of the hits together. Because I don't want both the hits floating. Because obviously, if a hit floats into the rotation on slot 3, it means we ideally don't really want to put the AGL Hit in slot 2. Because then they're not going to link at all together. But as I was saying, I don't really think AGL Hit is a unit that you ideally want to put in slot 1. Unless there's no attacks before. Because then, getting that nice little extra attack buff, especially after he's been stacking for a little while, that's going to be really good. And then obviously he's got his defense buff because he's now super attacked. So if there's no attacks in slot 1 before he gets to attack, I do think that he would actually work really well there. And then of course in slot 2 or 3 he has that chance to dodge, so it kind of compensates for his defense obviously not being that crazy. So I definitely think additional is the way to go. So yeah, this would be a great turn to put him in slot 1. So we're sharing Experienced Fires, Infighter, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed. I guess some of his links are different to the other hits then. And what do you get? Just Warriors of Universe 6. Let's put him in slot 1. So his defense linked up with the LR God Goku in here is 100k. So that's a lot better. Once he super attacks, he's going to be basically a 200k defense. He doesn't have the chance to dodge. Can we stun Roshi? we can't. So shall we just put him in slot 3 then? We'll get him a couple more stacks before we worry about seeing his 60% extra attack buff from being in slot 1. Obviously, there's no attacks for him to dodge in slot 2 here, but I wonder how this attack stat will vary, because he's obviously going to be stacking, so he's going to be going up a little bit each turn, but he's not getting that 60% extra buff, so he's still going to hit 2 million here, obviously with the aid of the extra links from the God Goku and Hit. Obviously, of course, as you saw, mine is full level 1 links. He might be worth leveling up if you don't have the tech hit. Yes, he's still at 2.1 million. So his initial stack and then the extra links he's getting from Hit and God Goku was enough to basically rival that first turn 60% extra buff. So now, on the next rotation, if we put him in slot 1 and have LR, God Goku and Hit in slot 2, you know, at this point we're going to start, very soon we're going to start getting up to being at like 3 million attack, which is pretty good. Obviously, he's an infinite stacking unit, so, you know, it's not exactly game-breakingly crazy impressive that, you know, once we get like 8 or 10 turns in, obviously his attack stat is going to start getting quite high. But I do like the fact that he has that built-in dodge to kind of protect himself a little bit. That's why I was saying, again, at the beginning, I feel like you could use him on a Universe 6 team as like a third slot floating unit, like quite easily. So so you've got support from the Easy AKL and the links, 96k, yeah, 96k defense. So up to like, still close, it's close to 100. So he's still close to like 200k defense after supering, which is good. Obviously the LR starting off at 225. That's why the LR, obviously they're a really good slot 2 unit as well, because they do get a very significant defensive buff. But when you're using them on rotation with a hit like this, or the tech hit, who ideally wants to super attack first as well, you really can use them in slot 1, because like 215k in defense is more than good enough. So right, let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll attack with Hit. Because again, we'll get the at least we'll get the Warriors of Universe 6, and we're getting Shattering the Limit here as well. Although I think actually, isn't it level 1 link? It's still only a key link, right? But let's go ahead and see what he puts out here, and then maybe next time, or at least when we've actually on the next turn, yeah, we're gonna have Tech Hit, I think, in slot 3. So we'll go ahead and put the AGL Hit in slot 1, get that extra 60% attack buff, and see how he's looking then. So yeah, 2.2 now, so not jumping up like a huge amount in slot 2 each time, because he only gained, what, like 100k extra, so to go from 2.1 million to 2.2, but once we put him in slot 1, we're going to get that extra 60% buff. He's going to start looking really good. So let's go ahead and finish you off. Between these two together, I mean, I know they don't obviously link super well, but Hit's getting that buff from having a full Universe 6 allies like rotation. These two together with their Easy A. Piccolo, if somehow he survives Kefla, this is going to get absolutely destroyed by Hit, even if he heals first. 2.7, is she going to get any of her additionals? Because her attack stat, obviously, on each super attack is not super crazy to start off with, but there's an additional normal. Oh, we didn't get the additional super, but tech hit's just like, okay, 6.6 million attack stat, you know. So obviously the AGL one that doesn't quite compare to the Easy A Dokkan Fest tech one, unsurprisingly, but I do still think the AGL one is pretty decent. I like the card art. Kabe probably isn't going to finish him off here. Okay. Alright, so we will go ahead and put him... Oh, look at this. Perfect. No attacks in slot 1. So let's go ahead and grab these. I guess it doesn't really matter what else we get, because it's going to be GG for this 2.62. So yeah, obviously again, infinite stacker, so obviously it's going up every time. But in that situation where there's no attacks in slot 1, the only problem I think with that setup is like the slot 1 ability that he has is that he has the high chance to stun. He gets an extra attack percentage, which is obviously helpful, but in terms of utility, he gets a chance to stun. But obviously, realistically, that's only going to be super useful in things like Super Battle Road, where it is incredibly rare, unless you've only got like one enemy left, that there's going to be no attacks in slot 1 before you get to attack. And so obviously in Super Battle Road, where you really have got to worry about how hard the enemies are going to hit you, I feel like putting AGL Hit in slot 1 is probably not ideal for that. So even in Super Battle Road, I would say he's still going to be useful on the team because he has the stun chance on super attack, but as that third slot unit. So he gets the, obviously he's got his defense buff already because he's already super attacked, and then he has that chance to dodge built in. So I do think he could be good for that, but there is a free-to-play farmable physical hit as well, but he's super old, so I can't honestly even remember what he does, but I can't imagine he's that great. So, I mean, this is probably the next best hit, because the int one is also very old, the int TUR hit. He kind of sucks too, until he gets like an easy A. So, the AGL one probably is the best free-to-play hit, or the second best hit in the game, I guess, because the int one isn't free-to-play, it's in the general pool. So yeah, I would say probably the second best hit in the game, but I mean, it's not like there's tons of them, right? It's not like it's incredibly fierce competition or anything, but still. So on this rotation, yeah, 100k defense, because this is one of those turns where ideally you would not put him in slot 1, but it's a showcase for him. If I put Goku and Hit in slot 1, they're obviously going to kill him. So I think we might get the Dokkan attack here as well, though. So just don't super me in slot 1, Android 18. 61k, I mean, that's not ideal, but we are getting closer to the end of this Infinite Dragon Ball History run. I thought it would be appropriate to do the versus Warriors of Universe 7 one. So he's at 3.1 million now. So this is turn 9. So he's had a couple of stacks. He's got decent links active with Goku and Hit, and then he's got obviously the 40% buff from Kabe. He's also getting, oh no, wait, that's Tech Hit. I was going to say he's getting a little bit of a buff from having the one Universe 6 ally, but yeah, that is Tech Hit. But 3.1 million, I mean, again, he's not crazy, but I think as a third slot floating unit, he is perfectly viable. So let me know what you guys think. Did you have the Tech Hit already, or AGL Hit already, and have awakened him? Or did you pull him from the ticket banner? I haven't done any of my tickets yet, because obviously I literally just did the grind yesterday from when the World Tournament started for 24 hours, went to sleep, and now have gotten up and I'm recording this particular video. So let me know how you're getting on, what are your experiences with AGL Hit, if you do have him or not, and let me know what you think of him down below in the comment section. Let me know if you are still grinding away at the World Tournament. I'm going to do some more, but obviously after yesterday I'm happy to have a little bit of a break, but let me know how you guys are getting on down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.